On this channel, I just made a community post about someone else's video about Kitten Space Agency, which is basically a Kerbal Space program in the works by Rocketworks, who made Stationeers. Because it's really a pretty good video, and so I thought, let's check out the rest of the channel. So I saw this video about the Steam Autumn Sale. One of the games mentioned is Space Mechanic Simulator, which I found intriguing as a Stationeer, and so I thought, the reviews are not too promising, but many complaints were about the user interface, which is a familiar thing for us, isn't it? Yeah, but in a different way, as if it was made for controller and you could assign keyboard and mouse, and I'm not sure exactly what they said. But you know, I thought, let's just get it and take a look at it. And that's what this video is. My first look at this game. I haven't even started it yet, but download it. So let's start it then. Here we go! So I just went into the options already and turned down the volume. As you can see, they have nice looking volume sliders, and I was so full of hope. Finally another game that does it right, like so few games do. Stationeers, you know, does it right, for example. Where the volume sliders have power. I mean, even the Steam store doesn't have that properly. But no, these are just run-of-the-mill broken volume sliders. But it's not a complaint about the game. I mean, everybody does this wrong, for whatever reason. Language. Asshole, shit, fuck, cunt. Graphics. Oh, that's insufficient. Okay, I'm using the mouse wheel, scrolls very slowly. This is not balanced. But this is not tuned. But there's a scroll knob. Vertical sync, yep. Maximum. I still don't know these abbreviations for whatever reason. Everybody's using them, no one describing them, expecting us to look them up on the web. Oh, field of view settings, I didn't even consider those, which is normally, I'm a Nazi about this, really. You've changed window and the display mode of the game. Please confirm you... Okay. Okay, looking good. Controls. Binding, classic editor, sensitivity. Let's just go into it and see. Current controller. This means if you're using a controller, that is your current one. Okay. Okay, let's go into it then. Hey, wait, are the graphics as slow for you too? Of course they are, what am I saying? This is a bit... let me just tweak this a bit. Wait a minute. Okay, first thing I did, I restarted the game. This didn't help. Then I went to graphics and saw something I've never seen in another game, which is these options were also on. Additional anti-aliasing, interesting. And this really bogged down the game. I'm not saying it has bad performance, this just has additional graphics options that I've never seen. So maybe that's just very high quality, which my machine is not equipped for. So then I disabled both of these, was smooth, then I turned this one on again, but only to 4 times, just to be sure. I mean, I am running 4K already, why do I need that much anti-aliasing? See how crazy these volume sliders are in every game? So far down, still this loud. And now it's running smoothly. One thing though I did not like, graphics. Let me just change this, for example, to 2 times, and then I click to apply. See, the window here is automatically scaled because now I'm running a higher resolution, but that is badly balanced. It's bigger than the screen, man. Okay, let's get into the game. I mean, after all, if I would start Stationeers for the first time and would check it out like I'm doing this one right now, I would probably think, this is wrong, that is wrong, that. It's about the game, and Stationeers is gold. So let's look at this then. New campaign. Name. Ricky B. Riddle. Okay, why not? Age 28. Not quite. Junior mechanic. So, let's see, easy difficulty. See, if you want to see the game, skip ahead. I'm sorry if this takes too long for you, if you're too impatient for this. I'm not accusing you, I'm just saying I want to go through this like I would go through the game in reality, like what I'm experiencing, what I'm clicking here, what options does the first start. Usually when you start a game for the first time, it might have some kind of glitch, and yet then you start it again and then it works fine. Because it is hard as a developer to simulate that moment when this thing has been started for the first time, because whenever you develop, you're starting for the umpteenth time. That's why so many developers overlook first start problems. Anyway, level difficulty. In easy mode you get noticeable more money for completing missions and your suit resource usage is very low. You will not have to diagnose problems as game will give you full guidance. As the game. Wrong. Normal. In medium mode, you get slightly more money for completing missions and your suit resource usage is low. You will not have to diagnose problems as the game will give you full guidance. Hard. In hard mode, you get nominal rewards for completing missions. Nominal sounds like as hard mode is the way to play it. A bit weird, since this one's called normal. Completing missions and your suit resource usage is balanced. You will need to diagnose problems yourself, although game can still give you some guidance once you find a damaged part. Expert. In expert mode you get slightly less money for completing missions and your suit resource usage is high. Whereas it was here it was balanced, and here it was slow, and here it was very slow. You will need to diagnose problems yourself, as the game will not give you any guidance except for maintenance missions that have tasks known up front. Custom. In custom difficulty, which for whatever reason is selected by default, you choose exactly what level of guidance you prefer and what resources usage you would look like. Okay, let's look at this then to also learn a bit about the game. Interesting that this doesn't stay hovered on, you know? That's a bit weird. I wouldn't say this is wrong, I just never experienced it like this. Maybe this is even a good principle. I wouldn't say so, but okay. I mean, open for new shit, right? Custom difficulty settings. So the economy, that is, I would say, how much... mission rewards, yes, of course. Mission rewards 100%. 150, 120, 190. Resource drain. 50, 75, 100 and 150. That would be oxygen as such, I believe. And you have a jetpack, which sadly, as I heard, is not a Newton-ish. You will just stop. But that's the same in Stationeers. If your stabilizer is on, which it normally is, if you turn that off, that's actually pretty much fun to fly around on planets, because whenever you walk forward, you're flying already, but only forward. I wish when you were touching the ground that would not be the case in Stationeers, because it's pretty cool to have that, you know, you can jump super high in the air and you move very fast, but when you're on the ground, I'd like to be actually walking. That would be a great feature, man. You should try turning off the stabilizer, especially when you're in a space mission, because then you save a shit ton of jetpack. Anyway, so guidance, easy, full guidance, objectives only, and none. Markers always visible. Cleanup guidance. When you finish your repairs, this guidance will tell you about all the things you still need to do before you can finalize your mission and not get any penalty. I will just activate all of this. Markers always visible, because first I want to learn the game and then I want to turn off these helpers. Guidance. Full guidance. Let's get the full package. I mean, you're probably here to not hear me talk, but learn a bit about what the game is, and I think this teaches us most about the game. But when we see it now, we must realize I've turned all of this on. It would probably not be that hand-holdy otherwise. Resource drain, let's go for easy, because in the first playthrough I will certainly waste a lot of time talking and thinking, and economy easy also. Rover marker on map. Yeah, you can sometimes drive around on planets, I think. This station doesn't have that. This game is better. By the way, this game is currently discounted. And another thing, it has 96 reviews. That's basically nothing. And I had a hard time finding any videos about this. Normally it costs 15 euros, $15-ish, and now it costs 9, minus 40% until the 4th of December, just like Stationeers, and its DLC and Icarus from Rocketworks is currently off Check it out. Rover marker on map. Position and direction, position only, none. Yeah, all of this. Now I have switched it to complete noob mode, and it fits because I am a complete noob.
This is basic training, covering spacesuit usage and mission management.
Hope the volume is fine.
Hello, my name is Ada, Artificial Intelligence Training Assistant. Welcome to Astropticon Training Center. Let's get you through your basic training. First, the flight controls. Hold the assign button to move left.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's turn off the anti-aliasing altogether. Could it be the engine is shit, man? Or is the graphics quality really, you know, turned up too highly? Yeah. Oh. That's painful. Do you see through the windows?
Hold the assign button to move, right?
Or rather, the reflections in the window. That's very cool. That's very cool. And reflections are expensive. Maybe that's really it. Maybe I should turn down the graphics settings and that causes reflections to be lower. I have already seen some reviews complain about the graphics options to be very limited. I rather select particularly what this means in detail. For example, cabin window reflections might be a big deal. Now anti-aliasing on again to maximum to see if that has an impact. I am confirming. Oh, motherfucker. Oh. Okay, what if I turn them to the lowest setting? I mean, the engine might be awesome. It's just the controls and what you used from other games, what you set, what effect that has, that might be off, you know? Okay, let's stick with this.
Hold the assign button to move up.
Okay, we're drifting. Maybe the information I got is wrong. Maybe the information was just too old. 96 reviews also means few reviews. It means rare reviews. Of course, it means few reviews. What am I saying? Okay, the field of view, I want to increase that. Ah yeah, I'm pressing Q.
Hold the assign button to move down.
Control and space. This is just like in, like you're used to. Space gets me up, control.
Hold the assign button to move forward.
Gets me down, left and right, WASD. And Q and E rotates you. So let's turn up the field of view. Which also impacts frame rate, of course. Let's see what the maximum would be, because you never know. Depending, are they measuring vertically the way it should be measured? So people with wide screen configurations who purchased more screens so that they see more on the side would benefit accordingly. Or is it the classic where it's measured horizontally, where if you add screens to the left and right, you're even lowering your field of view on the middle screen, which is stupid. Okay, that's too much. Right mouse button turns my view. Click, rotate, yep. The arrow keys do nothing, apparently. Okay, it still feels a bit stretchy. My interpretation is they're using vert, the good field of view. That's about
Hold
fine.
the assign button to move backward. Hold the assign button to slow down and stop.
Left shift.
Hold the assign button and move mouse to look away from current direction.
Controls are pretty much, what's the word? Come on. Hardspace Shipbreaker. If that game title doesn't tell you anything, Hardspace Shipbreaker, you are completely out of the loop and should be ashamed of yourself, and you should check out this game and buy it and spend hundreds of hours in it while listening to audiobooks. Because you will, once you have it. It's super
Hold
awesome.
assigned button to rotate left.
Q and E.
Hold assigned button to rotate. Good. Your A1 license is now granted. Let's continue with the training. Note that you have some active elements on your...
Bit high still.
On top of the screen, you will find conversation history. Open it now.
That's useful because I just missed something.
That's it. This panel also shows your mission briefing as first entry, so you may review it at any time. Now open the Objectives panel on the left of your HUD.
I like that we actually have Newton gravity here, Newton physics. That's something some reviewers complained about, and it seems like the developers are responsive. By the way, yes, I read at least one response of the developers, and they explained some things. Yeah, we thought this is the reason, and we didn't. That didn't come in testing. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, we're going to try to fix it. So this is not canned responses, but you know, indies are usually better than AAA studios. On the other hand, you have to realize AAA games are sold by the millions. How are they supposed to respond to everybody? Objectives.
This panel shows your current mission objectives, but will also show useful hints. Use it whenever you need advice what to do next. Now look on the right side of your HUD. You will find your current suit resource levels here, but also your flashlight setting control. This flashlight is very powerful as it's meant not only to help you work, but also find your way in the dark if necessary. On higher settings, it will drain your energy faster. To replenish your suit resources, simply point on service station with your cursor and hold the assigned button until they are fully replenished.
Okay, wait a second. Dude, what the fuck? This is awesome. Let me take a screenie here. This is something that Stationeers absolutely needs, because in Stationeers, I know I keep talking about that, excuse me, sorry. In Stationeers, we have this problem with the rendering, right? That for whatever fucked up reason, Rocketworks is not deciding, even though the world is basically consisting of cube logic, to sample the overall cube brightness and then set the rendering ambient light to that level, so that we would simulate some kind of global illumination, and also we would have some. I mean, if I'm outside during the day on Mars, for example, and there's a locker, I need my flashlight to see inside, because it's just so, you know, so crass, the shadows and such. And so we basically have the flashlight on the whole time, which sucks, and also sucks battery. Now, a flashlight that you could turn down so small that it doesn't drain your battery much, but would serve as some kind of, not global illumination, but low ambient, more ambient light. That's just the solution we need, man. A dimmable flashlight. Hopefully I remember bringing this up. This is a great idea. Okay, where were we? To replenish your suit resources, simply point on service station with your cursor and hold mouse left or right mouse buttons until they're fully replenished. So I'm clicking.
Resources are free during training, but on a mission, you will be charged for using service station. Since we're already in the cargo bay, let's practice door control. You never know when it comes in handy. Cargo bay doors can be opened from both inside and outside. Let's close left hangar gate from the inside.
No, let's first see how fast I can fly. They certainly have a cap on this, because at some points the physics would no longer calculate properly, I think. And let's see how fast I can brake. Oh, okay. I wonder if I can go there. So on the right we have energy, we have oxygen, which I just replenished, and it's falling rather fast, even though it's the easy mode. And there's a fuel thruster, which I'm wasting quite a lot of. Let's replenish again and see how normal... What the hell's happening? How normal operations would drain this. I mean, so far, seems like a good product. So, attach cargo bay door CDL heavyweight shuttle. Attach cargo bay door CDL heavyweight shuttle. Wait, what? Why is this written twice here? Or maybe because it has 2 doors? Or I just thought that CDL somehow means like left or whatever. So we should remember where those levers are, because this full guidance will later not be there when I turn it off. Aha, that's why we have
Good.
2.
If you happen to be outside of shuttle and need to open cargo bay doors, there's an external lever as well. Let's try it now to open the left hangar gate again.
Oh, user interface works. I heard some complaints that you have to position yourself very precisely before something blah blah blah.
It's good to remember about these external levers. In the meantime, we're granting you a 2 license. Good. That covers your A2 license. Now let's get started with mission and resource management. Go to your hub screen and click on it with the assigned button.
But maybe that was just because there are so few reviews that the information out there is pretty much outdated to the development. I mean, this game is currently €9. You should maybe check it out. Or maybe it turns out that it's crap. So stay tuned. Let's get started with mission and resource management. I mean, it feels right. It's good. Just that this is draining so fast on the right, even though I have set the level to lowest. That irks me, man. Go to your hub screen and click on it with left mouse button or right mouse button. Let's do that. Aha. Oh, that's just a compass, this arrow down here. I thought that was where I had to go now. Hub screen, you say? Where is that? Oh, that's the options, okay. And I heard that you can change the difficulty at any time, even during the gameplay. So if you're not getting enough money, then you can turn it down. And also you can replay missions that you have already completed to get money in case you don't have enough cash. That's one problem that someone had in the review, and that was a developer response that I read. So what do I have to do, you say? Go to your hub screen and click on it with left mouse button. Where is that hub screen? Is it this way I refill? Probably not, huh? Or is that the hub screen? This maybe? Oh, the personal hub, okay. My feeling is that we will be repairing space stations and such, and that this here is our own vehicle of choice. That's why we should also know the levers and such.
This is your management hub. It has 3 main panels to manage missions, resources, and to review your personal information. Let's start with Personal Panel. On the right side, you can review your current license levels. As you can see, you already have A1 and A2 licenses unlocked. Feel free to get accustomed to this panel and switch to Inventory Panel when ready.
Okay, let's go through this thoroughly. I just don't know where to move my little preview window from ops, because somehow the entire screen here is useful. So let's see. Licenses, astronaut. Astronaut skills are the basics of all your activities in space or places requiring a spacesuit. Considering that a large portion of space mechanic work is done outside of shuttles and space stations, you can forget going on even the simplest mission without at least a level 1 spacewalk license. I wonder what nationality these guys are who programmed this, because that the and a is missing so often. You can operate in space. You don't leave your home or shuttle without this license. You can replenish resources necessary. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I mean, they really worked on the guiding. Yeah, the player guiding. You can really say that just reminded me. Click here to continue with the situation that I'm in. But no, first I want to read. You can replenish your resources. You can manage your inventory and missions in hub. That's what we're currently learning. It's A3 license. What else is there? Basic maintenance. This is your doorway to finding any work in space other than being a delivery boy. Open those panels and see what's inside. Flip those switches, reconnect those pipes, but you always clean up your mess. M1. You can open panels and work with mechanical parts such as pipes, valves, batteries, etc. You can't fix them, but you can use replacements. M2. You can repair items and trade resources. Diagnostics. There's always maintenance and transport work in space, but the real money begins when your customer is desperate, when something malfunctions, impeding their operations and profits. They're willing to pay anyone who can bring things back to order. Of course, malfunction is sometimes obvious, but it's where the cause is unknown that real profit can be found. D1. You can perform QR code scanning, which means accessing blueprints and measuring pressures and flows in pipes. D2. You can use thermal imaging camera, infrared camera. D3. You can use multimeter to diagnose electric devices. By the way, today there was an electrician here and gave me a new fuse in my switch box. He said he has never seen that one of these fails. Never. Electronics. Those mysterious devices that nobody understands. But if you do understand them, you are likely to find someone who is willing to pay you for this kind of sorcery. E1. You are qualified to reconfigure electric circuits using switched and breakers. Okay, on the keyboard the D and the S are directly next to each other, and I think this is a typo. Switches and breakers. E2. You can now completely disconnect, repair and replace electric devices. E3. You can now use Palm Top to install and uninstall software. Let me just go to the options and turn down the music a bit. Particularly the music. I think that does it, huh? And let's turn this up, just for fun, see how obnoxious this gets. Back. And continue. Rover operator. Rover is not limited by food or oxygen reserves. So the rover. See, that's again the question. What nationality are these guys? By food or oxygen reserves. It can stay outside of base for days and is designed to survive sandstorms. This makes it capable of reaching locations not possible for an astronaut. Additionally, it's the best way of transporting items and materials. At higher levels, it will also provide valuable information, perform repairs and heavy-duty tasks. R1. This training covers basics of driving and navigation. This license level allows you to perform basic maintenance tasks such as handling levers and valves. R2. With this license you are able to use gripper extension for rover. Grabber allows you to attach, detach and carry small objects, which significantly extends your mission capabilities. R3. You can use hook extension, which allows you to transport multiple objects at once using trailer. While it requires careful driving, it's still significant time optimization, and we love work time optimization in Astropticon. And finally, flight. Pilot license is a pride of every astronaut. They are also required for missions beyond Earth and Moon, since mechanics are required to serve as backup pilot. F1. Backup pilot license allows you to leave Earth and fly to Mars. This is the most popular travel destination, and therefore has the best navigational coverage. This allows even inexperienced pilots to fly this route. Unlocks location Mars. F2. Pilots with intermediate license levels are capable of performing slingshots in the inner parts of the solar system. Unlocks locations Venus, Mercury. Ooh, Venus. F3. Advanced pilot license is necessary to deal with massive planets and proximity of unpredictable objects such as asteroids and comets. Unlocks locations Jupiter, asteroid belt, occasional comets. I wonder if they actually have orbital gravity here. That would be fucking interesting, man. For 9 euros? Dude, you have 2 more days to get this game for this price. At least keep it in mind. F4. Senior pilot license allows you to visit objects with hazardous orbits, such as planets with rings and the Sun. Sorry, I think that planets with rings are not hazardous orbits at all. Maybe I am not really knowledgeable about this, but I mean, this is just something that hasn't solidified to a moon or such, but instead is just debris that has concentrated on where the gravity is is strongest, because since the planet is rotating, since it has formed from the accretion of material, which never just streams into one center, but always kind of forms some kind of turbulent thing, and so it's usually like a whirlwind, and therefore they orbit once they have so they rotate once they have formed to a solid mass. This means that they also have flattened poles from centripetal force, and this means that at the center, at the equator, the gravity is the highest, as long as you're not standing on the surface, because when you're standing on the surface, then you're kind of tossed about, and so you're kind of levitating quasi slightly. That's why the gravity there might not be, and so forth. But when you're in orbit, that's where the gravity is strongest, because that's the most mass there, and that's why the disks, that's where they're located. But I don't think that should be some special gravitational situations just because there's some dust about. Unlocks locations, Sun, Saturn. Oh, there's more? Commander pilot license allows flying to distant planets of the solar system where lack of immediate communication with anyone, the tutorial is in the way. Crew on their own. Unlocks locations, your ass and Neptune. Okay, next. Inventory.
Inventory panel allows you to review your items, repair or recycle them, trade items or resources with the company, and even print or recycle items. Let's start with Your Items panel. Here you can see your entire inventory. You can use filters on top of lists to help you search. This is also where you can repair or recycle items. These activities will be covered by other trainings. Now let's go to Trade Items panel.
Yeah, this hint that I should click here was a bit early. I guess they maybe did this correctly, but maybe didn't take into account that beforehand I would have been spending time in a different tab, where then the timer, the overall rhythm of this hint system would already have started, and maybe that didn't come in the testing therefore. Anyway, let's see what we have here. Health amount of the thing selected. Oh, if I put the mouse there, okay, let's go back to personal then. Flying to distant planets solar system where lack of immediate communication with any command center leaves subtle crew on their own. Man, dude, the people are very good at this. I mean, I wish they would fix the volume sliders so that they would really be standing out in this regard, but otherwise the user interface is very good. The flying around works, is Newtonian physics. I'm just keep drifting. We have a dimmable flashlight. We have very good FOV options that really go very low and really go very high. We have a good user interface where I can just click on stuff in the 3D world. I mean, this is really good product so far, and only for €9, and only 90 reviews, man. This product deserves more, deserves you looking at this and getting it and reviewing it and giving the thumbs up. Maybe. Let's keep looking. So when I click here, I will buy. I don't want this. I cannot sell because I don't have any. So that's plastic, that's rubber, then we have aluminum, copper, clay, and other things.
Whenever you encounter a broken part that for some reason you cannot repair, you can simply use new one from Shuttle's stock. Of course not for free. These reserves are property of Astropticon, and you can't simply take them. You have to purchase them and consider them your assignment costs. Now let's go to Trade Resources panel.
Weird, I have €20,000 and I can select multiple, not just one, I can select two. What? Oh, I looked in this place where the slider is. This is what the slider wants, but this is only what results. You can only buy one of these. A bit weird if you ask me, but okay, maybe it makes sense. Man, this game looks very sophisticated.
This is where you can trade resources with the company. Shuttles always carry some amount of resources. But in order to discourage inefficiency, mechanics always have to pay for resources they use. On the upside, we will always be interested in buying extra resources that you have obtained if you're willing to sell them. You may have a look at Print Items panel if you want, but since it will be covered by another training, let's go to Straight Missions panel.
One moment please, I have to check something out. Aha, thank God. 8 gigabytes so far for the video. I thought I had chosen the wrong profile maybe. That would suck. This entire video down the shitter. Okay. What was that? Trade resources. I will first go here. You can print stuff probably with the resources that you can buy here. Plastic, rubber, or maybe you can find somewhere, I guess.
This is where you can accept new assignments. Some missions may require certain license levels or travel to other destinations. Space travel is not cheap, so try not to pick your missions at random. In order to be able to accept a new mission, you first need to finalize your current mission. The same is true for training missions. Let's finalize this mission now. Great. Now you're free to choose another mission. As you can see, real missions require at least some maintenance skills, but you will also find training missions on the list. As you obtain new licenses, more training courses will become available. While basic trainings are free of charge, you will have to pay for more advanced courses. You can exit Hub and practice, or you can select Next Training Mission and accept it. In the meantime, we have just granted you A3 license. Your basic training is now complete.
Yeah, there was just a Steam achievement that popped up saying that I have my basic license. No, you can exit Hub and practice. Let's just take a look around first before I click next, because I'm not too greedy to see new stuff. I'm greedy to see the game itself. Since we're not walking, I think it makes sense that we're not turning automatically with the mouse motion. So I guess they really chose the best of both worlds, the mouse interface and the first-person interface. In Stationeers it's different because you're walking around the whole time, so rotating with the mouse absolutely makes sense. Here it doesn't so much, because you would be focusing on a location and then you would be repairing some stuff there, and then you go to a different place and you rotate and turn your view, but mostly you would be interacting with stuff, and so it would be stupid if the view would change the whole time when you move the mouse. I mean, really, I have seen a lot of stuff and I have developed quite a few user interfaces myself, analyzed them and such. And I must say, the user interface of this thing is very, very, very polished. Well done. That alone deserves recognition. Maybe not someone's money, necessarily. Let's see what the game itself is like, huh? But everything around it so far, very good. Slightly flawed, but very, very good. Yes, I have to go back into the hub. No, I guess that the hub will guide us to this thing up here, to that station, and say, hey, you have to repair something now, I guess. He said repair. Yeah, because kittens. Kitten Space Agency. That's why we're here. Because I'm interested in Kitten Space Agency by Rocketworks, which made Stationeers. I ended up watching a video about it from a channel, checked out the rest of the channel, checked out the video that talked about other Steam sales, and thus found this game. That's how it goes. Epic. So, basic training, location Earth. This is where we are. Reward none, expenses none, time 25 minutes. And then what? Will I die or something? You have already completed this training. You may repeat it if you want, and will not lose your licenses even if you abandon this training in the middle. Do you want to repeat this training? No. No thanks. That's certainly not what I want to bore myself and other people with. Let's see. Okay, here we have missions. That's blocked. You need to take a leak. That's what's written on the screen there. Basic maintenance training. But why was this other one selected? Is there... Oh, oh my god, these people, I'm kind of in love with them already, because, you know, when I write applications, I usually supply proper filters for people, you know, substring search, multiple text snippets, filters, sorting, everything. Also particularly because I wrote a very, very fast list class. You can have millions of items in the list. It will always be instant because I'm not stupid. You don't have to have all those items in the list. I guess the Thunderbird programming team still needs to learn about that. It's just the representation on screen. It's not really there. Anyway, so completed. Oh, and then you can subfilter training assignment. Very good, very good. Man, this is way cool what these people did there. So that's the thing I could just do again, which I don't want to. Then we have new and denied. I don't know what... Okay, I don't know what denied would mean. Now everything is on. So this is and filtering. This is all... Wait, this is... What does it mean? This is basically filtering away. When something is new and I click here, then it will not be shown. If it is an assignment and I click here, it will not be shown. This turns off the respective thing. And sometimes these sets will probably overlap. You know, something's completed, but there's also a training, or something's not completed. You know. So, basic training, not the completed ones. Accept mission. This is cool. This is a thy will be done interface. What is it that I want? Okay, I get accustomed with this. Now I know how this works, and I have a will. Now I know how to manifest it, and now I play.
This training covers basics of performing repairs. Welcome back to Astropticon Training Center. Today we will go through basics of maintenance work. There are training sets prepared for each course. You will find everything you need under panel TG1. Go there now.
Aha, the velocity does not slow down, it just stays at 5.1 meters. We can see that down here. I mean, it could have slowed down to 5 and then to 4.9. You have some slow fading, but no, it's realistic. Six degrees of freedom, baby. Not too many games about with that. And, well, I had problems with the graphics performance earlier. Now I don't.
If you're at a moderate distance from an object, you can view object name by pointing at it with your cursor. At larger distances, information will be displayed on blue background. But when you're close enough to interact with object, indication will be shown in green.
So if I'm at the distance, they can see the name by pointing at it. Larger distance information will be displayed on blue background, but when you're close enough, interact with object indication will be shown in green. Ah yeah, well, let's see when this turns into to blue. It's still green. Ah, now it's blue. Oh, now it's blue.
When you're within interaction range from an object, you can press assigned button to enter interaction mode. Enter interaction mode with panel TG1 now. While interacting with object, your movement is limited to that object. To help with repairs, you can zoom in for more closer look using assigned buttons. Your HUD will also adapt to being in repair mode by displaying quick inventory panel at the bottom. So if you can't see your inventory, you're probably in free flight mode.
Inventory would be this down here. Interesting that they did not use AI to speak these voices, because the voice said inventory and then inventory. Oh, right, it's a misspelling. Oh. Okay, so maybe it is an AI voice. But very well done. I wouldn't have thought so. I mean, if it's AI, well done. Good shit. The previous one was talking about the right mouse button also. And I skipped that. Now I don't know what it said. Can't go to the previous one. I don't seem to be able to leave this this box now, this area. I know that's what they said, but... Oh, down there, okay. The right bottom. Fly away, dream your dream. Yeah, drink beer. No, don't. Beer's a stupid drink.
Let's open the panel now. You will have to remove all screws holding it with your screwdriver. Bring up your toolbox by holding the assign button.
Bring up your toolbox by holding mouse middle or right side triggers upper. Ah, that's yeah, okay, I know, I understand. This is what I read there about right. It was not the right mouse button, but they were talking about the controller. These look like screws. Oh, they are. Okay, it's complaining. Middle mouse button. Aha.
Now move your cursor over the screwdriver icon and release the assign button.
No tool. Palm top. Multimeter. Interesting. Has a very hands-on feeling, which might turn into pure annoyance later, depending on how often we need it. Let's see. Infrared camera. Oh man. Welcome to Splinter Cell. When will the station neers team come up with sensor lenses that show temperature, man? I mean, we have that in the game, and Splinter Cell didn't even have that, yet they had that in there. Wrench. So I will need something wrenchable. Okay, let's go to the screwdriver.
Now point on every screw and press the assign button.
I'm not sure what happened. Maybe something on screen? No. Point on every screw and press the mouse. Left. What's happening? I'm clicking here and it doesn't register. But, I mean the same... What? What's happening? No! I mean, it's debatable if the field of view should really be this narrow when you're this close. Do I have to go up there? What's the reason, man? Why can't I do this? Oh, I'm too far away. Okay. That's the thing then. Oxygen 82%, energy 99. Let's check out the flashlight this close up, see what that feels like. Oh. Why can't I screw this? I have to be right over that. So that's the complaint that I heard. Yeah. Why can't I do this, man? Okay. Okay. At least we're getting some indication before I click.
Good. With all screws removed, you can now remove the cover itself. To pull an object out of its place, drag your mouse or controller while holding the assign button. Usually, it's necessary to close a valve before you detach a pipe. In this training set, there is nothing flowing through the pipes, so there is no leak risk, and valves are only being closed as part of exercise. Close valves TSV1, TSV2, and TSV3 now.
1, 2, 3. I wonder if these mouse information things that I'm getting here right now are also part of the things that can be turned on and off. I have to rotate the mouse. Oh, you can see that. And they did it right. This is the way you have to turn things to close them.
Hold the Assign button to bring up your toolbox again and select Wrench. Use your wrench to detach everything blocking your way to broken pipe. If something is attached with bolts, you need to remove them first. Simply point at them one by one and perform up and down motion while holding Assigned button.
I wonder where the broken pipe is. And there are no shadows here. Okay, for a moment, I would increase the graphics setting to absolute maximum in every regard, just to see what it looks like. Which will suck frame rate wise, but that's not the concern right now. Okay, so that's what that looks like. We don't have shadows. And interestingly, when I now move the mouse, I turn very fast, because I guess the game is trying to make up for the motions that it missed because it was busy rendering or something. Bit questionable, or maybe, I don't know, whatever. Let's turn that down again. Come on. Immediate relief. Now the menu 2 is faster. It seemed a bit... Was the frame rate higher before? I think so. I don't think it shows the options wrong. Maybe it's maybe I'm fucking too much with the engine. That might be it. It might be that a game restart would fix this. Oh, graphics quality very high. Oh. I thought I had clicked this. Whoops. Nice, smooth again. Way good. Okay. So what is the so-called broken pipe? If I don't see it, how am I supposed to choose in the future what to detach? That's a skill that I should also learn. Where is the broken pipe? I don't see anything broken. Okay. Oh, you have to click and move the mouse multiple times. Just like with a real wrench, I guess. Am I doing this wrong? Wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what that is. Of course. Yeah, okay. There are these wrenches where you have to select the direction with a little switch, you know? And then you can move it any which way. So you always have effective leverage. Whether you go this way or you go that way, you will always move it in the desired direction that you have selected with the switch. So currently I'm just following instructions. Everything blocking your way to broken pipe. If something is attached with bolts, you need to remove them first. Simply point at them one by one and perform up and down motion while holding mouse left. I don't really see what... Okay, I'll just remove everything, see what happens. It's a bit dissatisfying that I don't see what exactly I'm doing. I mean, why am I dismantling all of this? Do I even need to do this? Tighten and loosen or loosen a bolt in less than 0.6 seconds. That was an achievement. Yeah, I wish the wrench was a bit more inert than this. Okay. You have to move the mouse to remove those.
Good. Now let's put all the parts back inside. You can find them in your quick inventory panel at the bottom of your screen. Clicking on title bar of that panel will show or hide it. Hold the Assign button to drag and drop items from your quick inventory back into their proper place.
What are you saying? Clicking on title bar of that panel will show or hide it. Ah, the title bar of the inventory. Ah, yeah. Dep. Well, now, so I want to reinstall that. That's the pipe. I click on the pipe, doesn't do anything. I have to click and drag on the pipe, then it shows me where I can drag that possibly. Okay, that's not like in Stationeers where you arbitrarily assemble stuff, so this is a bit like Electrician Simulator. And so we're getting down to the actual gameplay. Is it good or not? Because this is half of what you're experiencing.
Remember to put the bolts back in. These are not in your quick inventory. For convenience, such small objects are always in your pockets, and all you have to do is to use wrench or screwdriver in the right place. Remember, wrench is for bolts, and screwdriver for screws. Always use the right tool for the job.
How do I put them in again? How do I put bolts in? I'm running into a snag here. Oh, interesting. We have actual orbital mechanics. I mean, look at the shadow go. Which, by the way, in Stationeers is completely smooth. And most games have this stepper mechanic. Ubisoft theme park games, for example, if I remember correctly. How do I bolt this now? I don't know how this works. How do I put bolts back in? Okay, let me just pause the recording. Maybe an AI has help. Okay, I don't know what the reason was. I asked an AI, couldn't really help me. I mean, there was good information there, but ultimately the answer wasn't given. And so I tried again in here and it didn't work. And I selected the screwdriver and clicked, nothing happened. And then I selected the wrench again and now it works. So some quirk, I guess, and maybe just reselect the tool. Though I'm pretty sure that I had to reselect the wrench anyway after I had removed these guys and had switched to hand, so I'm not sure what that's about.
Because mechanics often forget to open valves after completing their tasks, it has recently become a mandatory part of this exercise. Open all valves now.
It has recently become, not became.
Now let's open electric box TRB1. You will need to detach screws first.
Sparky, huh? That's TRB1, that's TRE2.
There is a single PLC controller here. It has no program loaded, so it does not perform any function.
Oh my god!
But it has power.
Mouse wheel.
Now detach battery TBT1 next to electric box.
You can just use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out while you're in this mode. Let me. Oh, you can fly away here too, not just down there. Aha, when I'm in free flight mode, I still have access to, for example, the IR camera, infrared. To the palm top, whatever it will do, and to the, well, hands. And now when I use the mouse wheel, nothing happens. But when I get close here, I can use the mouse wheel to get a wider field of view. They thought of everything. Well, oh yeah, okay, maybe I should deal with that little problem of oxygen, you know? Which we were just warned about in a very subtle way. And that is the thing that I complained in another video about Stationeer's primary experience, is what I called that. I mean, what the fuck, the baby needed a name. Where's my shuttle? Excuse me, don't I have a shuttle here? This is... what the fuck, man? There is no shuttle. How am I supposed to not die? Oh, maybe I should turn off the flashlight. Is there another recharge panel here, maybe? Oh, there it is. Maybe you already saw it on the screen, but I, for the life of me, couldn't spot it. Yeah, but I mean, in principle, you wouldn't have any effects like that just because your oxygen is low. Because as long as you have enough oxygen that your spacesuit's mechanics can pump oxygen into your system, you shouldn't have any health effects. Maybe very close to the end. Maybe. Ah, what am I doing? I have to go over here. Now, let's look at the meters on the right. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna get old fast, I think. This recharging thing. I mean, it's already the lowest settings. I mean, if it were a thing that very rarely happens, that would contribute to the flavor. But if it's, you know, like this, then it might just be annoying. Let's see, do I slow down if I just click here? Oh, that saves me some thruster fuel. I found a cheat. So there's a PLC. It has no program loaded, so it does not perform any function, but it has power. Now detach battery TBT1 next to electric box. That's the TBT1. Oh. Really, I want that in Stationeers. A dimmable fucking light. This battery is screwed in a lot.
Look at PLC controller again. It has no power. Put the battery back in place.
So that's the PLC controller. It doesn't have power because there's no battery. Wait, are you telling me I have to screw this in again now? Aha, and now we have the same problem again. Doesn't work. So let's select the wrench again. Oh, that works. Interesting, even though I had it already. I would call that a bug. Because I don't think it has any reason to behave like that. Interesting, the battery is charging now, so when you remove it, it's automatically discharged. That I would also call a bug. The Stationeers, when you have a battery and it's charged, then it is charged, period. Even if you remove it from a device.
Some controllers have old firmware and do not switch on automatically after power has been restored. They have to be reset manually. Press the reset switch on PLC controller.
Of course, station batteries do really lose their power, but that's because they're actually destroyed when you disassemble them. I mean, on that note, why the fuck? In Stationeers, items can be damaged by storm, by fire, stuff like that. I'm talking items, things that you hold in your hand. And then you can construct things from them. For example, a station battery from a kit. The station battery will no longer be damaged. Why does the damage of the item not just translate one-to-one into the object? I mean, it's in the game. And for disassembly, the same. Why is there this loophole? I don't get it. It seems like a 5-minute fix for the entire game without repercussions, man. I don't get it. So there's a reset button, you say? Where would that reset button be then?
Sometimes during repairs, you will need to remove or disconnect power source. It is your responsibility to restore entire object to its working state, so you may need to reset some controllers after finishing repairs. Now close electric box. We're done here.
I don't think so. Now we're done here. Oh, it's not booting? Okay. I need the screwdriver, okay. Music is nice.
Don't forget to put back the panel and secure it with screws.
It's a pretty solid product for what it is. What am I doing wrong? I'm holding the screwdriver, no? Oh, I wasn't? Oh, yeah, okay, that's what I'm doing wrong. I thought I'd selected it. Yeah, I always press the middle mouse button to change my view, which is wrong. It's the right one.
Exit repair mode by choosing Fly Away from your M1 license has been granted. Congratulations. Feel free to practice and experiment. Once you're ready to move on, finalize this mission and choose another from Hub.
I'm looking for other panels to unscrew, you know. Oh, there's another panel. Oh, is it the panel we just had? I don't think so. Okay, let's unscrew this. I just want to see what's behind this one. Door number 1. Doesn't work. I have to go there, I guess. Okay, let's change the tool then again. Aha, okay, so there's certainly a bug when it comes to tools, not just to the wrench, but also the screwdriver, that you have to kind of reselect it so that you can use it. It will just, for whatever reason, think that you're not using it. That's... Oh, wait, I have an idea. No, that's not it. I just, you know, made my constant accidental middle mouse button clicking and then releasing in no place. Maybe that caused it. No, it didn't. Okay. Let there be light. Let me risk a little bit more light. It's pretty cool. Probably generates electricity by using I don't know, orbital gravitational changes. Now I'm just talking out of my ass like as per usual. I selected next, but now it doesn't work because maybe the mission thing is not equipped to deal with that situation, that there's now an unresolved panel. Oh, let's see if there's something in the objectives. Oh, indeed. So these are emergent objectives. It realizes this thing still needs to be solved. No objectives. Okay. So when I clicked next, what exactly happened? Shuttle up and take my money. 9 euros. So let's look at exclusively completed missions. Completed and training. 1. Wait, shouldn't that be 2 by now? Somehow this mission didn't register as completed, I think. Active mission, this one, finalize. Yeah. Mission accomplished. Part missing. Oh, boat number 4. Penalty 600. What the fuck? That's... Oh. That's why it said... that's why I didn't react to my clicking next. I forgot something. Somewhere. Possibly the lower pipe or whatever? Huh. I feel guilty now. Poor me. Okay. Remove the completed ones. What else do we have? Maintenance, level 2. Price 5,000, so that's what I have to pay. Okay. Things are getting expensive, man.
This training covers basics of repairing and trading. Back to the training center for more. Today we will show you how to actually replace broken parts. We will be working on more advanced set this time with active pumps and substances running through pipes.
Okay.
You will actually have to close valves before detaching pipes. Keep that in mind. No one is going to remind you about these kind of things during real missions. Approach to the panel. It is marked on your HUD.
Question, is that supposed to be the sun? I'm asking for a friend who has seen the sun. It is brighter than that. That is like Alpha Centauri. I mean, from Earth. Hyperbolically speaking. So the sun needs some work. It's too dark. Also, what's with this shadow? Where's that? I mean, we have a shadow here, right? That is being cast, probably by the sun. So where is the sun according to the shadow? That's the sun, but it's not bright enough, man. Is that maybe possibly a graphics setting thing that I turned off flares effectively? Okay, I'm not gonna deal with that because flares are just billboards on screen super fast. I mean, I did that with a cheap 3D engine like 15 years ago. Completely simple stuff is that. Just vomit that on screen at the right 2D location that you convert from 3D into screen space, and you put that there at the appropriate size. And I even had some multiple lens flares that were distributed on an invisible line across the screen to give the feeling of it being actually a lens flare. Is the sky like rotating because the shadow is wandering? Open TG2. Yeah, why can't I do this now? Aha, so when my click goes somewhere that is not particularly the thing, then it blinks, hey, you have to click here instead. And so when I click here, I think I'm right, and then it blinks red, then I'm irritated, because what is it trying to tell me? Yeah, the click points appear to not be very realistic.
Now detach middle segment of pipe TPM10.
Sam Rockwell would beg to differ. Wait, why am I saying Sam Rockwell? No, I mean, there was the song Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell, not Sam Rockwell? No, I guess I'm... very wrong. Detach middle segment of pipe TPM1. 1-0, this is 1-1, this is 1-0. I have to remove the middle segment. Okay, let's do that. Never mind the wrench clipping through materials, which would be an interesting endeavor to interesting aspect to add to the simulation, right? How do you wrench this in this particular 3D location? Or was it not intersecting? Maybe it was just me looking from the wrong angle. Oh, let's put it in again then. And now I'm right. That's not the way it should be.
You forgot to close the valve before detaching pipe. Close it now. Detach middle segment of pipe TPM20.
TPM20. TPM21. That is TPM20. I guess I have to close this also.
You have both pipes. You can buy replacements or repair them in your hub, so go there now.
Sorry. Oh, you can even dim it. Nice. I mean, fade it, that's what I meant. Okay. I wonder if the air brakes or whatever that we're using here, if we can have more powerful ones, just like in, what's its face, Hardspace Shipbreaker, you can also upgrade that. Man, I think, I'm not saying that this game here is on the level of Hardspace Shipbreaker, not at all. I'm not saying that, but who knows where else it will lead, because we haven't seen much yet, have we? But now we have another entry in the Hardspace Shipbreaker genre, your work in orbit. Working, you know, this is awesome. It's here. €9, man. I mean, normally 15.
We will buy replacement for pipe TPM10. Go to inventory and in there to trade items page. Search for pipe with 100 centimeters length and 20 centimeters radius in shuttle inventory on the right and buy it. To buy or sell an item, use the trade slider. This slider performs transaction every time you pull it left or right. The further you pull, the bigger the trade will be. Transaction is performed when you let go of slider. You can drag the slider 2-3 times to get the number you want.
So the main question is, how do I know which pipe I now need? Pipe 100 centimeters R20. Let's leave this again. Somehow there. And check the oh, okay, where's my inventory? Maybe here. Your items. Standard gate screw, 6 times. Curved panel. Bolt, 12. So they really exist. It's not like when you somehow lose a bolt, however that would work, you would magically have a bolt in your hand because they're just non-items somehow. No, they are real items, they're just not shown. 20 centimeter mount. We have 2 10 centimeter mounts for the less circumferential pipe, 2, and then the respective pipes. Radius. 20 millimeters, 10 millimeters is what I would assume this means. Interesting that they say radius and not diameter, because I mean, what if you have a pipe that is not round? What radius do you give them? Okay, let's get this one. I think the description might be a bit outdated because there was no transaction here, and anyway, confirm.
We will not buy replacement for pipe TMP20. We will repair it. Go to your items page.
Okay, so we're not going to repair the other pipe. They call it TMP20. Here, though, they're not calling it that, which is a bit... Oh, look at that! You can just click here. Oh, no, wait, this is this item. Let's see. Here we have the 100% condition, here we have this condition. Yeah. So there's the actual thing that you're clicking here. It's not some kind of fast search effect, hyperlink effect when you click here. No, it's the thing. You're clicking the thing and that's then shown. Still not getting used to this hover effect where things stop being highlighted even though you're still hovering. So, sell price would be the same. But maybe it's because of easy mode, economy?
We will need aluminum, rubber, and steel to repair this pipe. Go to Trade Resources page.
Now I want to see the damaged things only. Nice, another filter here, good. Same concept. Yeah, it's always good to abstract things in a library or somewhere. For example, my search and filter things, they're also in a library. Just slap them into every program, no problem. I mean, at least the search filter. So this, for repairing, which we want to repair, would need what? Aluminum 40, rubber 5, steel 100. Oh, do I have to build a furnace?
Similar to item trading, you should select resources you want and use Trade Slider to transfer them between your inventory and shuttle reserves. You will need at least 40 gram of aluminium, 5 gram of rubber, and 100 gram of steel to repair pipe. Purchase these resources now.
So they're saying aluminum here and aluminium here. A bit inconsistent. How do I know how much I need? I know they told me, that's not the point. The point is, how do I do this in real life, when I really have to do this? Or will I just have some reserves, and then when I realize I don't have enough, I'll just buy some more? At the beginning, of course not. Because there would be, how much? 5,000. Not gonna waste them money. Can't sell because I don't have anything. So here we have this pipe that we want to repair. To repair it, we need aluminum, rubber, steel, 45,100.
Now go to your items page where you can repair pipe. Select damaged pipe and repair it. It's the 100 centimeters long pipe with 10 centimeters radius. Once you have it repaired, exit hub and put pipes back in place.
Health 100%. It's a bit unceremonious, the repair process. You just click and magically it has happened, when the entire game is about maintaining stations and such. I would have expected a bit of some kind of, maybe a sound sample, I don't know. But, you know, I mean, on the one hand you have this physical hands-on situation the whole time, and then, yeah, that's my chair. And then on the other hand, here, suddenly it's just click, instant done, magical. It feels slightly off. Not a reason not to buy it, I'm just saying. That's something that if I were in the developer team and would be like quality control and such, I would say, hey dude, this would need some sparkle. Select damaged pipe and repair it. It's 100%. Once you have it repaired, exit hub and put pipes back in place. Exit. And now let's recharge. Let's not forget that. Nice reflection. I mean, they have actual mirrors in here. Or do they? Maybe it's just fake. Maybe it's just a shader effect. I didn't see myself, at least. I'm a vampire. Yeah, I was absent for a moment. Where's that panel? Okay, then let's put the pipes in place. Here we have the thin pipe. So that will be the radius 10, which is at 100%. Then we have the radius 20 at 80% and the radius 20 at 100% that we bought.
Put both pipes back in place.
Yeah, and also quality control, I would have changed it so that the mouse pointer has an offset to the thing. Here, see, if the mouse pointer would be outside of the thing, I would more clearly see, I mean, of course I can decipher where the click point is, but it's still a bit irritating. The mouse pointer should be a separate thing, I guess. Okay, now let's screw that. I wonder if the game will later be a bit more involved. I'm not saying it's boring. It's pretty meditative, it's nice. Wait. Yeah, these other machines, of course. But is it basically at some point just click, 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 done? Who cares? Only good if you're really drifting and with your mind and listening to audiobooks? Or what quality will it have from that perspective, I mean? Didn't I do this right?
Don't forget to put back the panel and secure it with screws.
Uh-huh. You're misleading me again, robot lady. And later you would have complained that it didn't turn on the valve. Yeah, I know you. I know you by now, bitch. So I get the feeling that the actual 3D location where I would have to click is down here, where basically there, you know, at the base of this shaft, where the center of that would be. Now let's use the screwdriver. Now one could say that this is wrong, maybe. I mean, I have problems sometimes unscrewing stuff, but on the other hand, once you have understood the concept, then you have...
Good. You are now granted your M2 license.
once you have understood the concept, you have basically deciphered a mystery, a riddle, and henceforth you can apply the skill. So you have learned something. I wouldn't say that is wrong, man. This is actually a nice thing. Okay, next. Now it's pointing me to the hub. Last time it did not do that because I wasn't yet done repairing. And I had a 600 euro penalty. Oh, poor me. Ow. Wonder if the suit can get damaged. Wonder if there are fire hazards and such. Well, mission. Active mission. This one, finalize mission. Yes, I want to finalize. Anything fucked up? No. Mission accomplished. Rewards, nothing. Expenses, something. Wait, dude, I have to pay for all of this, but I get nothing? Okay. Well, it's maybe realistic, I guess. Okay. Those are unavailable. What are those? Electronics level 1, a trivial drone task. Or should we maybe check out an assignment by now? Do we have one? There are assignments, and I get a reward of 4,800. Wouldn't be bad, since, I mean, look at my account, man. A3 M2 required. Let's see. I can't see you. Location Earth. Batteries have failed. Check them and replace them with new ones. Okay, before I do that, let's check what a battery costs, because maybe that's just beyond my horizon by now. Trade resources. Items. I don't think I can buy batteries, but maybe I can repair them, so I don't know what the resources would cost me. Should we risk one? Instead of continue with the... My feeling is the audience is basically nodding. Okay, I mean it's my problem if I fail, right? Not yours, motherfuckers. Okay, I can't see you. Accept a mission.
Batteries have failed. Check them and replace them with new ones.
Repair battery. So my resources are 100%, let's go. That's quite far away, so more time to travel. I can keep accelerating, not bad. The brake is actually faster than my thruster. I think the battery's behind that panel. That ginormous panel. And the red blinking is annoying, isn't it? It tells you, don't fucking click, this is not a hidden objects game. click where you actually want to click. And here we go, there's a battery. Again, the wrong key. That needs replacing. Wrong button. Okay, that would have to be unscrewed. Is there something that I possibly have to turn off first? I mean, sparky sounds a bit danger-y. Let's scan that for fun. Let's see what happens. Palm top. Scan QR code. Oh, I have to click here. Oh, okay. Hint. Every scanner that I deal with on a daily basis is a bit faster than this one. Battery discharged by SPX. Okay, what does this say? Oh, fuck me. Oh man. Oh man. How involved is this game, or is this just fake right now, what I'm seeing? My guess is it's not fake, because it seems like it would make sense and is otherwise basic enough. That would be way cool, man. Check this game out, man. Okay, back with the thing, and unscrew things. Would be cool if you could hold a key down and turn my head to just to the left and right. I mean, okay, no, I'm in a spacesuit, I wouldn't see much. But in principle, I'm so inert here that I can't see the space around me. I can basically forget that I'm an astronaut in space, which takes a bit away from its depth. Of course, if you would be up there, you would feel it in your entire body the entire time. Not just because you're without weight, since you're orbiting at the right speed, so you're falling and missing, but because of just like when you're standing on a high ledge and you're kind of feeling the quantum situation, the probability situation. You're feeling that the probability of you falling down there and getting damaged badly or dying is now existent. And this was what I would feel here, you know? So the battery is pretty much fucked up. Okay, I need a new one or repaired. I wonder if I can repair batteries. Let's fly back and see if I can buy one. What is happening? Oh, I'm still attached to that, so to speak. How far does this light go? Not yet touched, I think. Yeah, now it's touched. That's, by the way, not how light works. This was intentional. I wanted to see the underbelly. Alrighty. Your items. I have this curved panel. I still have the pipe from the other mission. Oh man, okay, this is cool because this makes it feel more like it's myself, reality, realism, an experience, things that I have history now. This is part of my history, it exists. Okay, so here's the battery. Let's see, can I repair this? Printing costs 450, can I print the motherfucker? I guess I first have to maybe learn blueprints or something? Can I buy batteries? No, but I guess I can repair it. That I find a bit weird, because I don't think a space battery can be whipped up based upon some rubber that you buy in a store and then... Look, new battery, 450 euros. 450 euros? Dude, every breath I take up here costs 450 euros. So, I have to repair this, and then it's telling me Insufficient resources. I am meek and I apologize for not... Oh, it's... Huh. Copper, plastic, rubber. 25, 55, 35. Copper, plastic, rubber. I've forgotten. Plastic, rubber, 55, 35. Okay, the batteries are 100%. And now I can click recycle, which gives me a few resources, and that costs money. That's weird. Anyway, recharge and repair. Motherfucker. Cool. What's the name of this game studio? I want to check this out for a second. It's called Family Sharing. No, I need to scroll a bit. Atomic Jelly. Publisher is Playway SA. Atomic Jelly. And what else does Atomic Jelly have to sell? Let's see. So we have Space Mechanics Simulator in library, and this is where it stays. Then we have Train Mechanics Simulator. Okay. That too. And what else do they have? 303 Squadron Battle of Britain. Project Remedium. Oh, I have that. Story-driven action shooter set inside a human body devastated by illness. I have that. Currently €1, minus 90%. And Train Mechanics Simulator. Yeah. Okay. How do I get back into this mode? Ah, yeah. This worked. I always press the middle mouse button when it should be the right one. I don't know why. Ah, it's charging. Funny. Well, that's all. So let's see, where do I have to click? Anywhere within the circle. Maybe I made the mistake previous times that I clicked like this, as if this is really my crosshair, but this is the crosshair. I mean, they did a good job on the user interface, but very slightly sometimes it feels a bit overloaded. Sometimes. A little bit. Tiny bit. Yeah, that's it. Repaired. Fly away. That's the mission. Let's complete it and then pay the penalty for whatever I forgot. Though I don't think so. That was just the battery. I mean, there's a way to check this. I would just check in my hub what my items are and if it makes sense that I have them. And if I can buy a stronger brake. Because that would make things a bit more convenient. I have 4 bolts. Oh man, where did I get those bolts? Why do I have these bolts? But that might be from the very first mission, and I bought these bolts with 650 euros, basically. Okay, then let's go to missions. This is my current mission. This should get me back to almost 20,000. Finalize mission. Yes. Ah, fuck. Incorrect state. What? I just got the achievement, abort mission. Incorrect state, mixed PLC 3, analog PLC 3. Oh, right, I had to reboot those. I remember, yeah, that was something. I retouched the power and I had to reboot the PLCs and I forgot that. And that, I guess, would have been shown back down here in the objectives area, I guess. Ah, crap. So the overall penalty is almost 1,000. Wait a minute, why is my account at 11? Shouldn't it be at 19? Or did I not get any reward? Dude, are you kidding me? I only get the penalty, I don't get any reward? You have a new fucking battery in there. Okay, that would be shit if the game would handle it like that, really dog shit. That would be really, really bad. I mean, the penalty is supposed to penalize you for doing it wrong. I get that. But what is this here? I mean, why do I not get the money? The money minus the penalty, that's how it's handled in real life. Maybe not in space, but on Earth. Crap. Okay, let's continue with the training. Maybe there's some statement about that somewhere. Bit disappointment, I must say. Disappointing, I mean. Basic training. Not the completed ones. Diagnostics level 1. This training covers use of your palm top to diagnose problems and working with diagrams. Okay.
This training covers using your palm top to diagnose problems and working with diagrams.
That's what I said.
Welcome to your first diagnostics training. A lot of new and interesting knowledge in this one, so let's not waste any time and fly straight for panel TG3. Approach to the panel. It is marked on your HUD.
Why fly straight if you can fly lesbian though? Yeah, a bit irritating that you have the mouse pointer and this crosshair. I wonder actually if the crosshair location should be in the middle of this big arrow thing normally, and that's maybe they have only tested this on 1920 1080 resolution, while I have double the horizontal and vertical resolution, which should be the standard resolution by now, 4K, or is becoming the standard, and maybe that would be centered then. Maybe that's what's happening here.
Let's try learning how pumps work and how can they be diagnosed. Before you start working with any set, it's usually a good idea to download its diagram. You do that using your palm top. Select it now from Tools menu. You can operate your palm top by clicking on its screen or by using the assigned buttons. Select Scan QR Code, option in your palm top's main menu. Good, your scanner is now ready to go. Do you see that label at the back of training set? Point to it and hold the assigned button to scan the code.
Let's scan this one first. Okay, I guess it's the diagram they were talking about. Not this now.
Scanning a code downloads diagram associated with given set and displays in on your HUD. Close this diagram for now. Once you have a diagram scanned, you can display it again anytime you want using the assigned button. Do it now.
Using B. Well, I'm pressing B. Let's check the options then. Quick save. Oh, we have that in mission save. I didn't even think about that. Increase field of view, mouse wheel. Seems to be a sophisticated editor too. I can add more, like an armor, which had a very sophisticated user interface editor here. Albeit a bit, I mean, it's good that it has that, but it also felt a bit needy. I wasn't just clicking and done, goodbye, but I had to do so many things. Maybe we can find a middle ground there in the future. Flashlight. L and K, which are next to each other on the keyboard. Nice, I can just use that. Rover, okay, let's ignore that. Action, okay, what can I do here? Drive. Slow down, rover action. And the action. Left mouse button, tools menu is right. Middle mouse button. Cursor interaction, right. Show blueprint is B, yeah, that's what I used. I pressed the B button.
Good. You can reconfigure the behavior and control options anytime you want. By default, you need to hold the assigned button to show diagram. But if you prefer toggling, you can set it up like that.
Well, I just toggled it on.
Let's scan the label on Electric Box TST EB1 now.
It is currently set to toggle. And how could I change that? Wait, I'm curious. I was just there, so that topic fits. Damn, my preview window's in the way all the time. Show blue. Oh yeah, activation method toggle. Oh yeah, okay, so I don't know why it didn't react the first time. Toggle, hold, released. Released? What the fuck's released? Oh, it means it shows this the whole time, except if I'm pressing the button. Now this seems completely out of place for this option, but in principle, could be very cool. Interesting, interesting. This is a sophisticated company. There are people with actual minds sitting there. Except when it comes to volume sliders, then they're just as mindless as everybody else. Yep. Dude, facts. So toggle, I like toggle here. How long is this fucking video, by the way? 2 hours. Oh, I need to refund it quickly. No, this one is a keeper. A spontaneous purchase with a spontaneous video and me rambling too much actually turns out to be a good purchase. Yeah, I want to scan this one now. Interesting. If I press B, I always get the same diagram. How does that work?
Diagrams of electric boxes usually show objects controlled by that box. For example, on this diagram you can see that pump TSTP is connected to port PM1 inside electric box. This port is connected to port A3 of programmable logic controller TSTEP.
Dude.
This means that our pump is controlled by this PLC.
Get this game, man. If you're a real stationeer, I guess you want this one.
Let's open this electric box and switch off this TSTEP controller. To switch off controller, you simply need to press the reset button on the front side of the controller.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing that I can't just press B to close the diagram. See, I click here, I scan it, we have the diagram, and here's the close button. I cannot turn this off now with B, even though that would have been like pretty much clear. I mean, you will eventually just turn the diagram on and off with B. Why then not use that in this position also? Let's open this electric box and switch off this TSTEP controller. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't follow this quickly. Let's use K and L. Nice. So it's saying switch off this TSTEP controller, but it is labeled TSTEB. Huh. I'm sure there's much to learn here, but currently I don't yet have puzzle pieces in my head that I could assemble. Maybe. For all to see. But maybe I'm just very thorough. You know that I'm a broad front learner, you know? It's also how I tackle my stations and such. Broad front, everything at once. And then to win in the end on all fronts in parallel, you know? Kind of my thing.
The pump will stop working now. Look at the front panel of this pump. There is a label there. Can you see it? Use your palm top and scan that QR code.
Oh, that's a very small one.
When you scan any mechanical
That's what
part,
she said.
your palm top will give you live information about that part's state.
Live information? No rotation, no Pascals. Some Werners and Georges, but no Pascals. No kilos, and it's getting colder. Possibly because when it runs, it heats up by means of just, you know, being active. That would be interesting. I wonder if this actually will come into play. Cools down further and further, eventually takes damage. That would be fucking interesting.
While still in this screen, reset PLC controller TSTEP. Device will need about 2 seconds to start up.
TSTEP. I mean, is this one again? Oh yeah, right, it says so when I hover there. I wonder if I wouldn't know that without the mouse. Is there another way to know this? Okay, there's TSTEP over here. Connected to PM1. What is PM1 and EM1? Can we identify PM1, EM1? Okay, we can see, for example, here we have connection PM1, EM1, P4... What? P4, whatever that is, and P4P. Do we see that here also? Yes, and or P4P, and here it's only saying PP, not P4P. That's a bit weird. But that's not necessarily wrong, because maybe not in space, maybe not for astronauts, but in principle in real life, things can change. The instructions manual that I might be downloading there might just not be up to date. Maybe they changed the whatever. I mean, this is the real world, and the documentation hasn't yet caught up. There's a possibility. Minus 40 degrees.
Electric motor has power again. This means our pump now scan pipe TST2.
Oh shit. That was an accident. I once again clicked the middle mouse button. So, can we see that here? Ah yeah, electric motor has power again. This means your pump has also started working again. You can scan it if you want, but we will move to the next section of this training now. Okay. And now it's warm because it's active, it's doing stuff. That's very sweet. I mean, this love love for detail. Don't we as stationeers also love that? I just wonder if this is a systems game, or if it's just clicky stuff and colorful stuff with some numbers attached that pretend to do stuff. Or is there possibly more? Certainly they allow us to imagine. Scan pipe TST2.
Every pipe has 2 sets of sensors inside, one at each end. Now scan pipe TST1, the fragment with valve on it.
A pipe has sensors?
See what happens when you close the valve. As you can see, pump is still trying to push substance, so we get pressure reading on one end. Now open the valve again.
What?
And observe values on your palm top screen. Let's look at the antenna TSTA now. Once you hover your mouse cursor over an object, you will see its name displayed. This is useful knowledge that you should gather before making repairs. There may be multiple antennas and other objects, and you need to be aware which one it is on the diagram.
What were you saying? Every pipe has 2 sets of sensors. As you can see, pump is still trying to push substance, so we get pressure reading on one end, but no flow. I would have expected the pressure to rise, since the pump keeps pushing into it, you know? And yes, we had different pressure levels here at some point, but that's related to pump speed, I think, and not to the pressure having been blocked and the pump still being pumping. Yeah, okay, that's not what they simulated. Oh well. Can't have everything. Once you hover your mouse cursor on an object, you will see its name displayed, TSTA. And it's with an apostrophe, though
now open
is
blueprint of
also
electric box TST EB1 again. Scan the QR code on box cover or inside the box if you have to.
Open blueprint of electric box TST EB1. Again, scan the QR code on box cover or inside the box if you have to.
Let's talk about antennas for a moment.
Yep.
This will help you understand how to interpret diagrams. First of all, antennas transmit and receive signals. This antenna is providing received signal to port ARC. This signal is then passed to port A, 3 of controller TSTA-TR.
I wonder if we need to recharge oxygen at this point.
This controller is converting received signal to data. Data is then sent to ship's computer by data cable leading to port RS3.
Do I have to remember this, or is it somehow decipherable from what's written here.
When ship's computer wants to send some data, it uses the same RS3 port, which goes to TSDATR controller. Controller will convert this data stream to antenna signal and output this signal on port A2. From port A2, signal goes to port ATR of our antenna and is being transmitted. But that's not all. Many antennas need to aim towards their targets, and they usually have two motors controlling their arm. Ship's computer has all the navigation and positioning data required to do the calculations of arm angles. It requests certain arm angles by sending data through ports RS1 and RS2. These ports provide information to PLC controllers TSDAM1 and TSDAM2. Each one controls a single antenna arm motor. Whenever PLC wants to change angle, it will send positive or negative voltage to electric motor controlling that arm. But it also needs to know current position of arm to determine which way to turn. This is why each motor has two signals associated with it: controlling signal and sensor signal. Controlling signal is generated by PLC, and sensor signal is generated by motor and read by PLC. You can play around and switch off PLC controlling antenna, but this concludes our basic diagnostics training. Remember to leave everything in working state. Otherwise, someone else will have to come here and fix test setup before next training session. And we will have to charge you extra in penalties for that. Your D1 license is now granted. May it serve you well.
Oh, I can only say this game is really, really surprisingly deep, man. Oh, I even have scratches on the glass of my visor. Oxygen 53, still fine. Okay. Interesting. The thing did not shut down. Didn't we do this earlier in the session? I clicked here and... yeah. But I clicked here and it was blinking. What was different? What is different? Yeah, because I was touching something else. You have to push in the right location. This is a motor. Bonk. Oh man, I basically have no money. Uh-huh. No penalty. What does this mean? Electrical box cover. Inventory gained 1. Yeah, but then I screwed it on again. Why is this listed here? What does this mean? What the fuck? Well, that was diagnostics level 1. Completed. Wherever it's listed now, I mean... Oh, it's the thing that's selected. That's why it's listed. It's not listed at all. Well, I did this other mission, right? Let's say I want to remove the training. And I want to see assignments. And here we have this thing. And I want to do this again because, I mean... I want to know, did they really just not pay me, these motherfuckers? And also, I want to do it right. Wait, I can't do both.
Batteries have failed. Check them and...
Yeah, shut up. How fast can you go? 10, 11, 12, 13, 6, 14... Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Relentless. Pressing L. Hey, that's the moon. We should have maybe a solar eclipse very soon? Lunar eclipse. Wait, Will I ever have need to close these doors? My question. Inventory. Your items. So here we have this battery, which is completely fucked up. And for repair we need copper, plastic, rubber, 25... Okay, 20, 50, 30. 20, 50, 30. Copper, plastic, rubber. Now I have exactly 0 of all these things. Interesting, I also have suit fuel. Okay, battery is repaired, let's install it then. And reset the things. So the rotation eventually stops. That's, I guess, a helpful thing from the devs, because if you're rotating in every which way, you might have trouble anti-rotating yourself instead of just, you know, increasing the rotational problem that you're in, because you might have not enough orientation to really know what you're doing. And so they just added some automatic slowdown of that, I guess. Maybe. So step 1, put battery in. How do I click on the thing? Oh yeah. I guess I have to be outside of this 3D radius of this invisible shell here to click inside the shell so that it still registers as a general area click instead of device click. So in other words, I have to have distance. Yes, I pressed the right mouse button for a change, not the middle one. God damn it. I don't know why I have this habit. Every program does it differently. So why do I have this habit? Doesn't make sense. So, next thing, let's scan something, because I want to find out how things are wired. Any QR code over here? Nope. What's the state of this battery? Would I have to remove that battery? Hey, wait. Do I have to have both batteries? Oh. Okay. Still very complicated to decipher when you get the money, what and so forth. I mean, for example, if I had repaired both batteries, if this is one that I also have to repair, which it seems to be, would I then have gotten the money and the penalty? And now I didn't get the money because I didn't repair all batteries? That may be so. Batteries charged by SPX. So, what is SPX? Do we have an SPX thing here somewhere? No. Any connection to one? No. Oh, on the right. I don't see an antenna here, but it could be in a different place of the ship. Doesn't have to be in the same panel. Still don't see an SPX. Anyway, let's repair the other battery also. So this is definitely a game that you shouldn't play when you're in a hurry, when you have a ton of things that you want to do. For example, I'm currently making an airlock tutorial for the German channel, I am currently actually making a video that shows all the wall types that you have in Stationeers as a nice overview with no talking and just, you know, showing it and showing it and showing it and hovering over it so you can see what it is. as a reference also for myself. I have this thought that maybe people will appreciate that as a resource that I can come back to again and again. That's a thing that is almost finished. Then I have, like I said, I've written this story, Celestial Beings, that someone thought, yeah, read that to us. And when I suggested that, and I know it's a YouTube comment, I'm not saying the guy is worthless or whatever, but I'm saying that it's easy to say something on the internet, particularly when it's something along the lines of do that and that thing, because, I mean, why not, right? So how much depth is really there in that interest? But I actually started with that, and I'm reading that. I'm not yet sure if I will publish this, but I'm working on that too. Then I want to do a Venus playthrough on easy because I'm lame. So I cannot. I did a Venus play episode 1 that's somewhat buried and it's not a good video. Of Venus, where I established indeed the building and I think even the landing out, the trading platform and the arc furnace and such. But things were very tight. I don't know if I could even continue with that. And I want to learn about Venus, like maybe some foreplay before I get to actually do it. So play it on easy mode. So a long list of things I want to do. But I will continue with this for now. So we have this battery here, which requires repairing. And what we need is the usual stuff. 25, 55, 35. Copper, plastic, rubber. Oh right, 20 was the amount. It was confusing the money and the amount. So let's see, we have copper 30, I need 25. We have plastic 60, I need 55. We have rubber 40 and I need 35. Perfect, good. Let's recharge and keep going. Do I have to pay for this? Let's see, can we see the money somewhere? It's not shown. That doesn't mean that there is no money involved when I do this. Yeah, one thing missing from this game is that you can select whether you're male or female. This breathing is clearly male, and I don't object, but I would like the option. What's happening? Why can't I place this? Ah, I placed it wrong. I would also like this here. You see how little I have to move the mouse to fill the progress bar? I would like that progress bar to fill a bit more slowly, so that I would have to move the mouse further, because it doesn't feel realistic. A little bit more, double maybe, or 3 times even. Okay, now let's spark the Sparky, huh? Okay, and now I'm getting even the tip that I'm supposed to do these things. Interesting. I think we just saw some possibly some lame user interface programming, the way I would have done it, as in my first draft, you know. So it was layouting this, and then it knew for the next iteration where this would have to be, where the top position is. Then it layouted this, and then for the next frame it would. I don't know if that's really what happened there, but seemed like it. Huh. Somehow this cannot be shown. Perform task given a mission briefing. Okay, reset. Why are they showing me the electric box cover is not the curved panel? Isn't that a missing hint then? Yeah, it seems the click area is really just like it is shown on screen. You don't have to imagine the base of that. That was bullshit from on my part. I was just confusing these two cursors. That's really all that is, I guess. Which are confusing. Oh. Okay, supposedly we did it. And with we, I mean myself, the hero who does everything while you sit there eating popcorn, you peasants. I am kidding. That's so pathetic. Why would you say that? It's redundant. All my jokes are lame. Including this one. And also, ouch. Drink and drive much, collide with your shuttle at 10 meters or faster per second. I didn't know there was an achievement for that. But now with that achieved, let's complete the mission and see what we get. Let's complete a mission. Ha ha! Hoing. 50% of the population but know what I mean. Missions. Finalize mission. Yes. No penalty. Reward 4,800. Expenses 2,700. Okay. So now we have almost 10,000. So that's how that works. Should I do another training mission so we get a more deeper insight? Yes, okay, I'm going to do that. I hear you. So we need a training new. How many more training missions are there? I can't even afford all of these, man. Using infrared camera to locate anomalies and diagnose problems. And then we have this, which is basic flight training. Basic pilot lens allows you to leave Earth and fly to Mars. I think both of that is of interest to us, isn't it? What's the time? I still have some time regarding my daily schedule, so... Oh, my day's schedule. Basic rover training. I think we want to do both. And I think the infrared, while highly interesting, is secondary. We want to see what flight is like, because it's completely different from all the things we've done so far. Let's do that.
Basic flight training. Basic pilot license allows you to leave Earth and fly to Mars. This is the most popular destination travel, and therefore has the best navigational coverage. This allows even inexperienced pilots to fly this route.
Yeah, I hear you. Get your ass to Mars.
Hey there, ready for your first real space travel? Everything is prepared, just close cargo bay doors and come to the cockpit.
different music. Man, seriously, anyone watching this still at this point, do you disagree with the following statement? This game is definitely worth €9 at least. Well, go get it then. I mean, do whatever the fuck you want, I'm just saying. The levers are over here. Yeah, it shouldn't sound like that, because there's no air here that should transmit the sound. It should be much more muffled. So that's a minus. I'm not saying, hey, this game is bad. No, I'm saying this is something that I, quality control, would tell the people, you need to fix this. This is objectively wrong. And easy to fix. I mean, I'm not saying, implement another 3D engine. This one is not sparkly enough. No, this is a reasonable demand. I'm not doing
We fly
anything.
to the moon first. Mars is not currently well aligned, so we will need a good slingshot to get there. We're lucky to have such a large natural satellite here on Earth.
Yep. And I know the puddle that is so surprised that it fits so well in its cavity. Yeah, but still. Evolution, Mars, catching all the dangerous
Here we go.
objects.
Have a good last look at Earth. It's about to get a whole lot smaller.
All of that is cutscene. And moon looks like ass. I've seen a more high-res photograph from someone who has taken that with a camera, handheld camera. Or, I mean, it is a handheld type of camera, but
Almost
mounted
there.
on a tripod.
We will be passing Phobos. It's not heavy enough to give us a good gravity assist to slow down, but it has navigation towers installed, so it serves as a good reference point. Quite a sight, isn't it? Pictures just don't get the scale through. You don't realize it until you see it with your own eyes. Don't get distracted, though. We need one last burn to stabilize orbit, or we will be shot back into space.
No one would ever turn a space shuttle that fast. That would just be insane to risk that. That mass, that speed. 1/10 maybe. Only in a toy. Or game scenario, maybe.
And we're here. Now you know all the procedures, and therefore you're officially granted basic pilot license. Why don't you stretch your legs a little before you take the next assignment? Go ahead. Open cargo bay door and take a spacewalk on Mars orbit. The site will stay with you for the rest of your life.
The sun looks just the same from here, which it shouldn't. It should be darker. Also, everything has the same brightness. I mean, I kinda understand that for gaming purposes, but in principle, I would like the option to have an adjustable... Oh, actually, Space Engine did this, right? You can define how compressed the brightness ranges are, and if they are not compressed, if they're more realistic, then you can choose which range you're seeing. So some things will be over bright, some things will be invisible. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, in principle, this looks unrealistic because of the brightnesses involved. The galaxy would by far not be that bright. It's beautiful, I'm not complaining about that, but I mean, if you want to give some scientific realism and feel of that in this game, that would be one way to do it. Okay, it looks like we're not actually orbiting, or do I have to wait for longer to see stars basically scroll here at the border of Mars? Oh, they are? Aha, okay, this... One of these stars just moved away. So yeah, the sky is orbiting, is rotating. So we are moving in that direction around Mars. I don't know if you're moving fast enough though. An orbit around Earth takes about 19 minutes, I think, and Mars is smaller than Earth. Let's see if this works. Hey Google, is Mars smaller than Earth? Okay, this thing just responded. Mars is only slightly more than half the size of Earth. So we should be orbiting, well, it depends on the mass also, of course. But I guess we would have to be orbiting less fast, because the faster we're orbiting, the more we're outweighing its gravity. So if it has less gravity, we need to be orbiting slower, of course. There are no Mars assignments. Ha ha ha! Hee hee hee! No wonder this mission costs something, huh? So, we just spent like 6,000 to fly here, and I want to finalize the mission. Yep. Nothing here, okay. Next mission would be this. Diagnostics level 2 on Earth. I wonder what would happen if I click this now. Or, I mean, if I had the money. You do not have enough credits to start this training. You need to pay for training and have at least 2,000 of reserves for expenses. I think this here indicates that they have a character set problem. Maybe different font. Maybe one was Unicode and the other was who knows. Well, I guess we have to take an assignment then, to make some money. But all of these are at Earth. How do I get there? Basic rover training. Then we have here, this is blocked. You need to take a leak. Power problems. And if I click on completed, I can also see here I can't see you. We could take that again to make the same amount of money. Last time we completed it 13 minutes. And then we have power problems. What is this? The satellite reported error PE21. As you know very well from the manual, this means, okay, I know, that its battery, not so long, has failed and disabled important systems. Replace it and turn on all systems. Seems like kind of the same mission like the other, but I bet they ramped up the difficulty quite a lot here. Astronaut level 3, basic maintenance level 3 of 1. Required license. And compared to the other one? Oh, this had actually a higher level. And here we have, you need to take a leak. Something is leaking. Check if it's not a pipe. Let's take the more expensive one. So not a completed one. Oh, it's blocked. I thought the mission was blocked. No, it's the name of the mission. The pump is not working properly. Something must be blocking the coolant flow. Check what happened and find the clogged pipe. Power problems. Let's take this one.
The satellite reported error PE21. As you know very well from the manual, this means that its battery has failed and disabled important systems. Replace it and turn on all systems. Yep, that's supposed to be the sun, I guess. Looks almost like we're on
well, far away from it. What was its face? Amiss, yeah. Well, that should have given it a very slight rotational impulse. What I just did there. Basically, they have to pay for their fuel, but by me bumping into that, I am making sure that they pay for my fuel that I would need to brake myself. That's one way to steal fuel. So there's Sparky, I'm gonna take a look at that first. And then here we have battery, I guess. I can only scan this thing while the cover is closed. That's a bit fucked up, because once I have that in my inventory, why shouldn't I be able to scan that from my inventory? That's just a user interface issue, which I don't quite agree with. This is still just 99% gibberish to me. Not what I want. There. Battery is charged by SPX. Why would they have a QR code here that gives me that information? And why would it look like it contains much more information? Yeah, okay, I'm not serious. Because these QR codes are probably really the same, huh? Yeah, you can see here, we have this little island there, near the center. Well, and here too. And with this thick line and the blob up there. And here on the other side, we have the thick line and the blob up there. But, I mean, that's graphical resources that you would have to spend memory on. Otherwise, I would say, well, they are QR code generators. Why are these not dynamic? But I'm not saying that because of memory constraints. And in this way, I'm also thinking about the upcoming in 25 quotation marks to the left and right. New Deus Ex. Which is not off the table. I'm just taking a break, doing different things instead. So is this running? No, it's not running. What am I doing? I wanted to see which thing is on and which thing is off so that I don't turn maybe too many things on in the end. But if the battery is broken, then nothing is on. Yeah, that needs to have more amplitude. Okay, what are we looking at here? What's happening? I want to click this battery. Ah, yeah, there you go. And what is that thing? Big electric box. Don't mind if I do. What? Why doesn't this do anything? I can't remove the big electric box. Why are there screws then here, man? So what's with this battery? 0%. Guess what? Battery down to 75%. I think the rotational damper should be a bit weaker. It feels too impeding and too unrealistic this way. Alrighty, inventory, your items. So we have the battery here, which requires repairing, and the resources are now well known. Copper, plastic, rubber. Copper, plastic, rubber. Yep, 000. Battery is repaired. Let's resume mission. What is this, a terraformed Mars? I mean, Earth has looked better. Ah, I can just click from here. Bit cheaty. Is it charging? It is charging. Tis in charge. So I put the cover back on. Now reset the things. Anything missing other than the cover? Attach electric box cover. I did this. Right, no, this one also. Big electric box cover, yeah, that's easy to confuse. Curve panel. If you forget the panel, you will get a penalty. There should be screw holes there though. Up here there are, but down there they weren't. Well, that might actually be the mission already. And then we should have money for the infrared mission, and I would say then I do that, and then it's the end of the video. And then it's time for you to put something into your basket, I guess. Or whatever. Do what you want. Buy it. Do what you want. Buy it. Buy it. Do what you want. Oh, I have a shadow. I didn't, to this moment, I didn't even know I had a body. Missions. Finalize, yep. No penalty, good. Why does it say this inventory gain thing? Yeah, I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense to me. This makes sense. I gained this resource and I used 25. Huh? I had 5, I bought 20, then I used it all up. Makes sense. Yeah, other things like steel and such I didn't touch. Why is it listing here random items? Huh, I don't get it. Anyway. Now we have 7. Oh. Well, that might be enough, or is it not? Is it not? Is it not? Infrared, accept mission.
Using infrared camera to locate anomalies and diagnose problems. Welcome to Level 2 Diagnostics Training. Today, we will talk about thermal imaging, which is useful in many situations. Approach to the panel. It is marked on your HUD.
see, there's this bug again. I clicked, nothing happened. Then I just reselected that same tool again, which I already had. Is this maybe a thing between missions? I don't know what it is. It's wrong, that's what it is.
Pick up infrared camera from your toolbox. Infrared camera has 3 basic operation modes with configurable settings. You can use buttons on the camera to switch modes and adjust parameters. To switch mode, you can press M1 button on your infrared camera. For now, let's stay in fixed range mode.
Mode 4 setting, that's the one I want. I want to see more. See more as. So, let's see then, let's investigate. I mean, we're not stupid, right? So this is for adjusting the field of view. These buttons do nothing. These increase and decrease the field of view. Then we have the mode measure. Depending on depending on what I point at, we can see different temperatures, 35, 41 degrees, for example. I think that there should be a different color in the middle. Anyway, so then we can adjust nothing here. This is just measure. Okay, you cannot do anything here. And here, oh wait, the field of view is an adjustment that affects the device in measure mode. This also is an adjustment that affects the device in measure mode, I think. I only have a limited range of degrees. Ah, look at that. And I can basically use this as a kind of microscope if I make the range small enough. Yeah. Cool shit, motherfucker. Very, very cool. And that's something I actually want... see, I mean, like I said, we are using smartphones currently. Everybody has them. Virtually everybody. Let's see how far down we can go. Ah, they thought of it. Okay. Who knows? But eventually we'll all be wearing glasses or something to that effect, so that we can overlay reality with any 3D content that we wish. Augmented reality, you know? That will be a thing. That will be normal. It is certain. It's certain. If it can be achieved with the technology, this thing, that is what will happen. You can absolutely bet your ass. And then I definitely want an infrared mode. Not like, oh look, boobs, but because then I can experience reality with more depth, understand reality. I mean, I know that the cables in my wall are very slightly warm if I'm running my space heater here and stuff like that. But if you would perceive reality with that overlaid often, then your mind would develop in different ways. You would get different ideas, different understanding of reality, different thoughts would emerge, possibly also different aspirations, different things to possibly invent, and so forth. That should be a thing, man. Well, and this is this, and then we're back in the reference. Oh, what's this? We have 4 modes: field of view, measure, fixed range, and reference. 0 measurement degrees. I don't know what this does. So let's set some ridiculous values and see how it affects the other modes. Mode measure, fixed range, and then we have the reference from 0 to 5. Let me just see what happens if I change this from 0 to 5. I can't. Okay. It looks different, so I'm misinterpreting what this does. What does it do? I'm pretty sure I know what this does. You're defining basically your color range, like I talked about the brightness of stars and such earlier. What, you know, which color refers to what? This allows us, I mean, everything in the middle here was red. And now we actually have some shades there, because the way in which this device can express itself are limited. But if you say, express only this little bit, then the device can say, okay, I will throw all my ability at this little bit, and so you can see all the difference. But what is the reference thing good for? This will probably be explained soon, but it's, I mean, right? I don't want everything chewed for me. Okay, it has 3 basic operation modes with configurable settings. 3? You can use buttons on the camera to switch modes and adjust parameters. To switch mode, you can press M1. For now, let's stay with fixed range mode.
This is the basic mode of operation. Camera will show temperatures within configured range. Temperatures that are outside of this range will be displayed in blue for colds or white for hot. So if you're seeing too much blue or not enough blue, you should alter minimum range setting by holding L1 or L2 buttons on your camera. And if you're seeing too much white or not enough, then you should alter maximum range setting using R1 or R2 buttons on your camera. Feel free to play around and adjust settings so you get a good picture. Let's play around a little. Close valve TSTV now.
Which valve? TSTV. 1 TSTV. And is there another valve? No, there's only 1 valve. Okay.
Now watch pump and pipes. You will see they get cooler as there is no flow in them. Of course, valve is not the only thing that can stop flow. A blocked pipe can do the same. So infrared camera can help you locate blocked pipes simply by looking for point on pipe where there's a sudden temperature drop.
God damn it. Cool. Not sure if the temperature drop would be this sudden, but alright.
Have a look at electric box TST EB1. Note that you can see that devices inside it have power since you can see the heat on the cover. This does not necessarily mean that devices work as expected, but at least we know there's no issue with power supply.
Don't mind if I take a look inside to see if the image on the infrared display changes because the cover is no longer blurring our perception of thermal energy. Indeed. Is this cool game? Is this game cool or what? So I think white means we have topped out, and this would mean that the temperature in there should be the temperature in there should be, well, 60 degrees or 55 or 60 degrees. Let's see what the measurement says. Mode measure. Hmm, 45. So I'm misreading this. Well, let's set it to 45 then, or 55. I guess it was kinda right. Man, that's a very, very cool game. Definitely way cool. So let's screw this on again, even if we may have to remove it again in a second, but I don't want to disturb the tutorial flow.
Let's look at other modes. Press M1 button on your infrared camera to switch to reference mode. This mode is useful when you're looking for specific temperature range. You can set the desired reference temperature, and everything that has this temperature will be painted white, while things that differ from the reference value will be colored differently until they fall out of range defined by margin setting. Everything cooler or hotter by that margin or more will be painted blue. Feel free to play around with settings and switch to FOV setting mode whenever you're ready.
50 degrees. And since it's the top temperature, but not one in the middle, we don't get concentric, we don't get what we just had there, this circle thing, but instead it's like a pyramid, seen from the top. But if I go down in the middle range, then we see it ramp up and ramp down again, where the temperature is respectively. That's what that means. Cool. Very, very cool. Wow. I mean, the fact alone that you can now get an experience of this, like I said before, the glasses, this already makes the game valuable, and it only has 90 reviews. I mean, once I eventually type one up, there's gonna be a glorifying one, I tell you. And you should join the boat, I think, man. So what am I supposed to do now? Oh yeah.
This mode is not actually an operating mode of camera in strict sense. Image displayed will be the same as in fixed range mode, but on this screen, you can only regulate camera's field of view using L1 or L2 buttons on your camera. When you're ready, switch to measure mode. Measure mode has no settings. It simply gives you exact temperature value measured at the center of screen. This is useful when you want precise reading. That's about it. Infrared camera may not be necessary to diagnose problems and may not provide decisive information, but it's certainly a useful tool to narrow problems down quickly. That's why most mechanics like to keep it handy for time-sensitive encounters.
What? Huh, interesting. Missions. Why does this cost me? I just used my own camera looking at your stupid spaceship, man. Why does this cost money? Playing back that recording in my head. Okay. What else would there be on the mission roster? On the training mission roster, I mean. Diagnostics level 3, using multimeter to diagnose electric devices. Oh, I'm curious on that one too, but you know, 10,000, we would have to do 2 or 3 successful missions to get there. And then here, what do we have? Intermediate flight training, pilots with an immediate level capable of performing slingshots in the inner parts of the solar system. So piloting is nothing, but you just select where you go, I guess. And what's this? Basic rover training. How can I travel to Mars right now would be the question. I mean, that should in principle be a thing, right? I don't want to do this now, I just want to... Mission has been finalized, you can only perform repairs while in mission. Yeah, but I can close the motherfucker, can't I? I cannot? Huh, alright. Can I then go to the cockpit, maybe? Okay, anyway, that's enough for this for now. And I don't know if I will play more of this on video. Not sure. I really can't predict what I do. How would I do that? But certainly this game is worth anyone's time, I would say. It's way cool. Even if it turns out in the end to just be Electrician Simulator, is doing that on a higher level and is doing that in space. And we have an infrared camera that actually works. Dude. Okay. That's it for, Space Mechanic Simulator, which costs 15 euros, currently only 9, until the 4th of September. See you!